slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best because I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic.
Hey everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
All right, Coach, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Tonight, we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
First down, Winston. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. But look now at the defensive starters for the Saints. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Taking it about the 16. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
60 outlaw.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch one. Watch one. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
70, Indy.
Where's the mic? Watch one. Watch one. Yep. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
2nd and 15. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 21. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They'll run on first down. McCoy. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He'll turn and give this to McCoy running right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are on the board first here tonight. Lutz good on the extra point.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
Where's the mic? Watch one. Watch one.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now it's Lindsey. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Where's the mic? Watch one. Watch one.
Ready? Shoot.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Winston now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Jameis to throw it. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Jameis again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To try again after the sack, Winston.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd and 1. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, it's McCoy. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half. So, well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Where's the mic? Watch one. Watch one.
Ready?
10th carry now for McCoy. Room here to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 13 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've dropped 5 straight coming in, so right now cherishing this lead. And they've got the football as well, 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. They'll run on first down. It's Graham. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Winston, and this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, it's McCoy. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. give, running right, Lindsey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. They'll go again with Lindsey. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Again, it's McCoy. Back now in Tampa. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need... And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Phillip Lindsay, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run the counter. Graham. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Winston. And it's caught off the deflection. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Winston. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43. Winston now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. From the red zone now, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. To throw again on second down, Winston. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. From 10 yards out, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 7. And time, a huge factor. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
They'll try the right side with McCoy. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. This is McCoy. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Back to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, let's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Another try after the 1st down sack. Winston, and that's caught inside the 30. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 2nd down now, it's Graham, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll keep it on the ground. Graham, and not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to make it 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. His first attempt of the night here, and it's a big one. It's for the win. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. Now the first throw in overtime for Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Here's Winston. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. On 1st and 10, Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. Here comes a big one now in overtime. This is 3rd and inches. They'll keep it on the ground. Graham. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Throwing, Winston. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Go ahead, take a seat. You can't stop me.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us.
True.
We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Meh.
Yeah,
MEH, man.
gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know when Mace, Pops, and Dave went.
Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went.
Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy.
The blends be all the right cred,
Meaning credentials.
best of both worlds
When we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental.
Are you ready?
Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right, turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about, space or out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate